So if you're someone that has a flared rib cage and you have trouble connecting with your abdominal muscles, this is one drill we're going to work on to practice breathing while also maintaining a proper brace throughout your abdominals, while also respecting the position of your rib cage. Because if your rib cage is set up in an awkward position when you're trying to create tension through your abdominals, you're actually putting your abdominal muscles at a disadvantage because your rib cage is in an odd position. So all we're going to work on is being a little more aware of your rib cage positioning, so that way it makes creating tension throughout your trunk a little easier. So you're going to be on your back, and what we're going to do is, especially if you're one of these people where you're even just laying down, your rib cage is flared up, is we're going to focus on taking a deep breath, and as you exhale, you're going to depress your ribs down towards the table. Sometimes it can even be helpful to use your hands to help you depress your ribs down to the table. So as you exhale, your ribs get depressed down. Your job is then to use some tension in your abdominals to hold that position. Don't allow yourself to go back into this flared rib cage position. So big deep breath, exhale, depress the ribs as you're exhaling. Once you're there, create some tension in your abdominals and keep your rib cage depressed to the table. Once you're here, your job is to practice breathing while maintaining your rib cage depressed towards the table. So you do that for a few breaths and then relax. And you might end up relaxing back to that flared position. Over time, the goal is just to become a little more aware of what's going on in your rib cage so we can position it a bit better, especially when you're trying to create tension throughout your trunk. This can also be progressed by adding in some tension from the lower aspect of your body. So once you do your exhale and you draw your rib cage down, you can also do marches where as you're breathing, keeping your rib cage in place. You can do marches. You can also come up into a tabletop position, again keeping your rib cage down but maintaining this tabletop position as you create tension here. You can add in marches from the tabletop position and so on. There's a lot of progressions with this, but again, the biggest thing we're focusing on is drawing the rib cage down to the table, keeping tension throughout your abdominals, and again, you can add in these progressions as necessary.